This leader started his activism very young. He's been in government representing his party for quite some time. We were with him when we were chairpersons of committees, and I was chairing sports, and him, I think by that time it was transport, was it? Yes. And none of us knew that one day we'll be introducing him as the MEC for Etia. We are very honored, we're very proud of this young man who has been with us, our chairperson and the MEC. Please help me welcome Obabuduma.
Thank you so much, Program Director. I guess I'll be young till I reach 70 years old. It's one of those, I'm growing older, but younger, irreversible process. It's a very nice element. Thank you, Shongweni, for gracing our shows and for chairing and directing this program. Indeed, it's a nice one for us. I thought you would be skeptical. If we are abroad, we are called ministers. So she's Minister Tisak, provincial minister. So it's not that we are changing the constitution. Other people said, why are you calling her minister? So that the international guest will understand the acoustic of the real element. So you just have to understand, I'm making you to adapt into that environment. Not that we are doing something else. Baba Ngwenya, greetings. Thank you so much. Mtumande Dlems, thank you so much, and greetings to you. Thank you so much, Jan, for the sterling job that you did in Spain. We heard a lot about you. Thank you so much. I'm sitting next to Miss Otamendi, Mariana, next to me. It's a privilege. Fortunately, in our country, we are allowed to take more than one wives, and I do have come. So I realized that I had Jan gazing at the direction of Sonto, and I was worried that Sonto might be going to Spain, so we must balance some equation. Thank you so also welcome. I'm just blending nicely so that you just remember in your brain set that you came to South Africa, you enjoyed as well. We are very good when it comes to hospitality. We love people, natural. Even as revolutionaries, we are built like that. But you might know that as a country, Honorable MEC, South Africa has 3,000 coastline. So we are blessed with a nice ocean, which is very nice and enticing on different activities. You can swim, you can do different things, you can skydive and all those things. So that's blessed you are. The province of KwaZulu-Natal, we have 900-kilometer coastline. We are the one with two major harbors in Bay and in Durban. So the African harbors are found in this province of KwaZulu-Natal. I'm sure already by now you know we are blessed with safari. We do have the big five. In South Africa, you've got different game reserve. As we welcome our premier with a huge round of applause. You might have to thank me later, MEC, and pay me because I'm doing your job, but I was already in the platform. Yeah, that's on a lighter note. The Premier is welcome in our midst. So I was also just highlighting key features. You will find the nice safaris in South Africa. I'm sure the biggest brand of the serious wildlife is found here in South Africa. I think it's a blessing. God had a special entice for us. Our elephants are bigger and broader than any other elephant found in the world. It's the same because when it comes to the cat, although you've got tiger in India, it's a little bit broader, but we've got the leopard, the fastest animal on earth. So it's found here in this province. We do also have the Berg, the Drakensberg mountain in the province. So we've got the beautiful Berg are found in our province. So we've got nice element. I'm sure you saw in Mosmabita. Currently, we are represented by 5 teams in the provincial process in the Premier League of South Africa. They are competitive, nice, very well. Almost 2 weeks ago, one of our team participated in the final, the knockout, although we lost, but it was a nice thing. I'm seeing there are elements of Sundowns in our midst. They are doing a great job in South Africa. I don't support Sundowns anyway, so, but I think we are more than welcome into our country, and we are glad that you are here. And the way you've been doing this thing, I had a privilege. I told the MEC, I had a privilege in 2011. I went to Spain in a study tour as a group. It was the final of Barcelona and Real Madrid, that 2-2 game where Messi scored 2 and Ronaldo scored 2. It was just a privilege. The environment, it was just a scintillating space. It was raving. So that's how you treat people, and we are glad you are all welcome in our country, and you should enjoy it. We are so glad that you chose in South Africa, KwaZulu-Natal, where we are located, where we are situated, and we are so glad. I'm sure our Premier is ready, who will be giving us a message. I was just laying the foundation, the framework as well. In the last time when you were here in 2010, probably you would have come across with a lot of male dominating, because soccer is relatively like that. Slowly we are transforming that. Miss Otamendi, you will be glad that the Premier, the Governor, is now a female for the first time in KwaZulu-Natal in 28 years' time. So the ruling party, ANC, decided that she's got enough depth and acumen in governance. She has served as a local councillor. She has served as the speaker of the municipality. She is the ambassador as well. She has played a role as the ambassador at some point in time. She has served in many caps in our legislature as an MPL. She has been in COCTA. She has been in finance, treasurer. She has served in this portfolio area. She is currently the Premier of the province of KwaZulu-Natal. She is lovely. You will see her. At least she'll give that presentation. Let us welcome our Honorable Premier, Ms. Nomusa Dube-Ncube.
Thank you, Program Director, Mrs. Mabena, MEC of Sports, Arts and Culture, MEC Mtumbeni, Leader of Government Business, and MEC of Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Mr. Jan, our partner, and Ms. Marion. Where's she? Oh, there she is. We met over the weekend after that beautiful lecture. Directors of the World Football Summit, the entire World Football Summit delegation that is here, and the team. We wish to also welcome and acknowledge the chairperson of SAFA, Mr. Ngwenya, and the COSAFA secretary, Suzanne. We also wish to acknowledge the KZN Sports Confederation Executive Member, Mr. Dlamini, the heads of departments that are here, all the guests, members of the sporting fraternity, soccer legends, and all football-loving family. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. For the record, MEC Mabena, I was here on the way at 6 o'clock because I was told this function is starting at 6, and I was asked to go back to the office and camp there. So I had already started working when I was told I must come back. I nearly, I didn't want to come back because I was already on the in motion with other work commitment. But thank you very much for this evening, and I do wish to say on behalf of the people of KwaZulu-Natal and the government of KwaZulu-Natal, it is our immense pleasure to welcome all of you as partners today as we get ready to participate in this first ever World Summit, World Football Summit here in Africa, in South Africa, in Durban, in KwaZulu-Natal. We're extremely excited and very proud that as a province of KwaZulu-Natal, we are playing host to such a global prestigious event that brings together those involved in business of sports, together with all the sports lovers. 2 years ago, I can still remember, Jan, the heartbreaking but necessary decision that we had to take to postpone this event following the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic. Our disappointment was palpable. You will remember yourself. I think you had already landed here. Yes, you had already landed here when we had to take that decision that we have to fold things. This is the only way, it was the only way, of course, to save lives at the time and to guarantee the well-being of people and our visitors. And after those 2 years of pain and anxiety and uncertainty, we cannot hide our excitement as we look forward to staging one of the world's largest business platforms in the football industry in the World Football Summit. I was very excited when I saw you over the weekend, and I said, okay, now it's happening. When I saw your faces. And we look forward really to engaging with all the football industry members, the leading stakeholders, to spark the discussion and to generate knowledge that needs to promote the innovation in sports, but also drive the progress of the sporting industry as a whole. You are in the city of Durban. I think the MEC has already given you everything about what is it that we have to offer. As a province, we are famous for having hosted Spain during 2010 and paved the way for them to be champions. Their road to 2010 finals was paved here, in the stadium, in the city, and in this playground, which is an iconic, really stadium, Moses Mabhida, for us. So we welcome you home, in the home of football. We are, as a province, really very excited to be hosting you. Football for us is just beyond the 90 minutes, and we want to learn so that we can take advantage of football as an industry and develop it to its full capacity within our communities and within the sector. Over the next days, we will be turning the page of ensuring that the whole international and the capitals are going to be looking at us as we host this event. So we're looking forward to interacting with various clubs, with various leagues, federations, broadcasters, sponsors, technology companies, and all the different companies from across the sectors. As we say that the industry will be focused both on Durban and as well on Qatar. And of course, football becomes an instrument to drive the development for us. So I would like to say that as we look at what Nelson Mandela said at the time, and I quote, that sport has the power to change the world, and it has the power to inspire, it has the power to unite people, it has the power to ensure that in a way that little that anything can do. So it speaks to the youth, it speaks to different languages, and we're really excited that we are part of this beautiful game. And indeed, sport has played a stellar role in building bridges and affirming solidarity within the peace-loving nations and around the world. So for us, we really wish to take the opportunity to welcome all of you as the football industry stakeholders gathered here, as well as the representatives from the clubs, leagues, and federations and partners who have graced this beautiful occasion of global status. So once more, thank you very much for trusting us with your brand. And we can promise that we're not going to fail you. We'll try and keep up. I know we can't keep up with the Spain standard, but we will get there over years because we still have a few years to run this road. And once more, thank you very much and welcome.
She said something very funny before she left. I wouldn't share. Thank you very much to our Premier Ambassador Nomusa Dube-Ncube for those words. In our protocol, where we come from, we do not speak after the Premier. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, with just one thing in mind, which is football, sport, has proven in many other countries and continents to be one of the contributors in their GDPs. It is the wish of this government as well to ensure that the World Football Summit Africa helps us achieve just that, to ensure that football is able to contribute to our GDP in the country and sports as a whole. So thank you very much, Premier, for those words. Thank you very much for everybody that spoke before. I'm now going to leave you in great, beautiful, talented hands of T5 while we network and mingle together. Have a great evening, everybody. Thank you very much.